they're like, what do I do? And then I tell them usually down by their side is the most comfortable, but they're welcome to put it anywhere. If that makes sense. So, then you just have to remember to not kick the stool. That's been my problem. So, this is my favorite way to work the arms, honestly. I do the face up stuff if they want extra focus, but this is a really great way to really access all of this. So we're really focusing on the shoulder today, so I'm not going to go too crazy into the arm, but you can definitely do like petrissage on it. It helps to kind of loosen all this stuff up, especially our triceps. What happens for a lot of people is when they start working out again, our triceps are probably the most underutilized muscle. Like, we just never really work them. Our biceps are usually really strong and our triceps are weak. So the triceps are almost always the ones that feel it when you start a new workout. And when your triceps are tight, it can cause all sorts of weird tension up in here, but it's actually coming from your triceps. So I like to just kind of petrissage, maybe do a little friction just to get it loosened up, because all of this stuff kind of runs across each other. You can do a little friction. I'm not gonna, also very tender on people, so you don't want to do super deep in there. So we've got that kind of just chilling here. Now I'm going to show you some subscapula and lat work. So your lats are here and your subscap is underneath your shoulder blade. So you guys, you could be ticklish, or your clients could be ticklish. So I'm going to show you this, but there's a better way to work the subscap that's not as tickly. So just keep me posted if you're having a hard time hanging in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to come in with my thumbs, well, my whole hand, I guess. I'm going to come underneath. I'm going to use my hip again, and I'm going to hook on the lats, and then I'm going to ride it up really slow. Is that pressure okay?
Uh-huh.
And again, I'm not using a lot of pressure, and I'm kind of getting underneath the shoulder blade a little bit. Now I'm kind of hitting subscap, and I'm going to slide along, effleurage. I'm going to show you elbow. So elbow, start about here. You're really not putting much pressure at all because you're on the ribs right here, so it's pretty tender. So I'm just basically resting my forearm on her, but I start to kind of get a little bit more pointy once I get up into the thicker muscle underneath here. And now I'm going to slowly, is that pressure still okay?
Yes.
All right, so I'm slowly riding the edge of the scapula. And I'm trying to stay, I guess, anterior, and I'm not pushing on the shoulder blade itself. I'm underneath it. We're riding the side of it. And then here, I'm gonna kind of do a nice stroke out, and then come back in. And I do a lot of make nice in here just because it's such a tender area. All right, so gymnastics, yes, and then so that's kind of it for gymnastics, is just kind of pulling on this, bringing the arm up and pulling it out that way. And then when you're ready, you can just bring up the arm like that. And then I like to, when I bring the arm back up, I like to do like an effleurage that reconnects everything so that it feels like it's part of the same system still. Another kind of nice effleurage / petrissage thing you can do is you can come up to the trap and you can kind of grip it, and then you can lean back and kind of pull that trap down. And I like to add vibration in here. And then back up with effleurage. And then, so with friction, or I mean vibration, I do a lot of it with friction, but you are welcome to just kind of wiggle people too. Just kind of exactly like the leg. Kind of wiggle, wiggle. And then if you do tapotement, you just want to make sure you don't do it here if they have asthma. So asthma is a contraindication for tapotement above the lungs. If you do you have asthma?
No.
Okay. If you do tapotement and they have asthma, you could put them in an asthmatic attack where they just start coughing and coughing and coughing. But it is really good if they are like recovering from a cold and they're still really congested. You can help kind of break up the junk in their lungs and help them get it out. So that's one where it would be after they're done being sick and they just have this residual cough that will just not go away.